In this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about selecting the right contractor for the right job. So as I discussed in the introduction, we're going to be talking a little bit about selecting the right contractor. What we really mean by that is making sure that the contractor you select can meet the expectations, whether that be guarantees, installation of the new equipment as well. So I've got the best person to talk about that with me today, our sales manager, Haley Hougen. Haley, wonderful for you to be on the program today.
I'm glad to be here and tell you about those guarantees.
Yep. Pumped that you're here as well. So I tell you what, tell me a little bit about yourself, if you can, and then how you're helping our company.
Yeah, you bet. So I'm fairly new to Tempo team. I just had my 1-year anniversary, but I've been in construction and HVAC for 17 to 20 years, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fun this first year.
Well, we're definitely glad to have you for sure. So thinking about setting up that introduction and really what we're talking about today, tell me a little bit about what you saw when you got here and then really what you kind of clarified, if that's the best word for it.
Yeah, you bet. So when I first got here, I noticed something. A lot of other companies, they have, well, not a lot actually, a decent amount of other companies that I've worked for have guarantees and they're written out. And Tempo had those guarantees, but they weren't written out. They weren't expressed to the homeowner like all the benefits of working with Tempo.
Yeah.
We've had thousands of members throughout the years and thousands of referrals, and it's because of these guarantees. But now we finally are writing them out and going over them with the homeowner.
Yeah, the guarantees are super important for sure, and really like what you said, the reality is we honor these guarantees and more. You know, there's a lot of things that our company will do. We will stand behind our product. We're invested not only in our client but our employees as well, or our partners as well. So kind of let's go through these guarantees. So tell me. Let's start bringing them out.
Sure,
tell me what you got.
So I'll list a decent amount. We even have more than what I'll list, but we have our Sure Comfort guarantee, our System Performance guarantee, our No Limit guarantee, our Home Guard Assurance, and our the last one I guess we'll go over is the Apples to Apples guarantee.
Well, all those guarantees mean a lot to me. Tell me, let's kind of review what that means for our client.
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit about, let's start with the first one, the Sure Comfort guarantee. What is that?
Yeah, so the Sure Comfort guarantee, what that means to the homeowner is it basically guarantees that their thermostat is going to reach a certain point. So for example, if they want it set at 75 and it's 95 degrees outside, it will get to that 75 degree mark. And the way we do that, the way we are able to make that guarantee is with the process that we follow in the home before we do an installation. What we do is a heat load, what's called a heat load calculation.
Right.
So we're taking into account the size of the house,
right,
the amount of people that live in the house, the type of windows, the
right,
amount of insulations, a lot of other factors. And when you do this heat load calculation, it will tell you the exact size that a system needs to be.
Yeah, so talking a little bit about heat load and what that resonates to me with, especially in the replacement market. So we have the advantage, right? We really know who's going to be living in this home, what they're going to be doing in the home, how many people are going to be in the home. So to effectively be able to size that to meet the expectation, right? So in most residential applications, you said it, 75 is a very typical indoor set point, but we see people who want to get down to 70 degrees,
Yep.
And really anything beyond 70 degrees is actually refrigeration.
Yeah.
It doesn't really even meet the load criteria for what we do.
Yep.
But what I understand you to say is that we take a lot of steps or necessary steps to meet those expectations.
Yep.
And so the Sure Comfort guarantee is really a guarantee that we're going to meet that expectation.
Right. Yeah. So one little story that I guess I should share is earlier this year, one of our comfort advisors, he went out to a call, and the customer they had their system replaced recently, like within the last 1 or 2 years. And he went out there, looked at everything, did his heat load. It turns out that the prior person that did this replacement a couple of years ago didn't do a heat load, and it was undersized. So it needed to be a 4-ton, and it was either 2.5 or a 3-ton.
Oh, wow.
So it was never going to keep up. It was never going to get to that comfort. And they weren't being unreasonable. They wanted it to be 75. So.
Well, I would almost assume that with that size difference, you not only have air conditioning equipment that needs to be replaced, but ductwork as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now you're talking about like literally restarting back from square one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was. Then so in this situation, our system performance guarantee came into play. With our system performance guarantee, just like a new home, they have to guarantee that each room is within 3 degrees of each other. And that's what we guarantee with our system performance, and the ability to perform heat loads accurately in a home allows us to say, this ductwork isn't going to do it.
Yeah, so that was an easy transition, and you just transitioned right into that second guarantee, the system performance guarantee. Your ductwork has a massive play in the system. It's really part of the system. And if you're not going to be able to deliver the appropriate airflow to each room to meet that specific criteria, it ain't going to get there. So when we're walking through the home, doing an analysis to present, let's say, a proposal to a customer or a quote to a customer, we're taking that into account.
We are, yes.
So what will be the next one?
So the next one on the list is our no limit guarantee. So everybody heard of buying a car and it's a limit or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it applies to pretty much anything that's manufactured.
Right.
There's a very small chance that it happens, but we actually had it happen recently where we installed a system and then a month later the compressor was just dead.
Okay.
It came out of the box broken.
Right.
Or pretty much broken. And we contacted the manufacturer. The manufacturer said, yep, we're going to honor it. So they didn't just replace the compressor, they replaced the whole condenser. So they got a whole brand new condenser.
Yeah, no limit guarantee brings up, and that's a great story to kind of connect with that. It kind of brings up peace of mind, and really all these guarantees bring up peace of mind, but the reality is, and Haley, you said it, less than 1% chance of getting this lemon. And really the reality of that is equipment is designed to operate. And when we install the equipment, there's certain measurables that we're looking to achieve during the entire process, including installation and then startup. And if and when things go wrong, and especially within a month, you would not expect a major component failure before the warranty period runs out, but really within that first month. That's when having a no limit guarantee is super important. Because really the reality is the manufacturer is only required in most times to replace just that one component. So replacing that compressor is typically what you'd get out of something like that. Our no limit guarantee will continue to strive to get what's right back for that customer. So that condensing unit was really very, very good get for that customer because that's something that others might not be able to do. So Home Guard Assurance?
Yep. So our Home Guard Assurance, it basically means that the people that are going into our customers' homes are safe. We do national criminal background checks. We're performing drug tests. We're even on the people that are in homes, they're even doing a physical just to get a job with Tempo. When I first started here, I believe it was Aaron Gonzalez said, it's actually hard to get a job here. And it makes sense with the guarantees that we have, that we have to protect the homeowners. Where it's their home, they're going to be safe with us.
Yeah, the Tempo partners that are going to be in the homes, they're not only criminal background checked, drug screened, physical. They also have to be registered with the state of Texas as a technician. That's actually something that every technician is required to be. So not only do we all have to work under a contractor's license? But every technician has to be registered with the state.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that is a home guard assurance guarantee for sure.
That's right. Yep.
So let's get to the last one that you kind of mentioned, at least for us, and that's the apples to apples guarantee.
Yep. Our last fruit guarantee.
Yeah.
So the apples to apples guarantee, for me, it's important because what we do when we're replacing a system goes beyond what most do from my experience of what I've seen. And without the apples to apples guarantee, it's just a number. Earlier this summer, we had a customer that called us after she got another bid, and we went in and we gave her a bid for the system. And she was surprised. This is the reaction I got from the technician out in the field. She said she was ultimately surprised that we were so high. We were $2,500 more than the competition, but he said, well, this doesn't make sense, because it doesn't. $2,500 difference doesn't make sense. Where were we different? She actually pulled out this handwritten invoice, or the handwritten estimate from the other contractor, and they laid them out on the table side by side. They weren't doing a furnace.
Oh, wow.
Ours was a full system.
Oh, wow.
So they were going to, I'll give them this, it was the summer, and they were just thinking about the air conditioner, but it was an 18-year-old furnace.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to not replace the whole system so it all can work efficiently.
Yeah, because the reality of that is 18-year-old furnace, you're definitely not going to be driving the efficiency of the new outdoor unit for sure. As well as the biggest challenge for me as a consumer, at least in this instance, is that I'm investing a lot of money into the comfort in my home, and not to be able to match that with efficiency. So you're not getting your dollar per dollar back gain on your utility bill, but also a major failure could happen again within an unknown period of time or really recent time, and all we know is the air conditioner quits working. So I just spent all this money. Air conditioner quits working again, and then I got to call you back.
Yeah.
And having an apples to apples guarantee really enables, from my perspective, the customer to really know that they're getting what they're wanting. You know, so it's not just a hey, walk through your house, here's an air conditioning proposal, do you want it?
Right.
You know, there's a lot in there. There's a lot in a proposal, and there's a lot that can be hidden in those proposals. So, the way I kind of look at that is every contractor is spending about the same money for equipment and labor, and it's like, okay, well, if we got our equipment and labor covered, and we're looking at these prices right here, and they're significantly less, what are they not including? You know, what's missing?
Right.
And it's typically one of these variables of these guarantees, and or an entire component.
Yeah.
Could be a missing return, could be a missing furnace, just like you said.
Yep.
So I know that we've kind of mentioned all these guarantees. Really would still like to touch on a little bit on some of the training and how we can kind of back some of these things up with understanding of what we're doing.
Yeah, you bet. So we have weekly training here, but we go beyond that, and the manufacturers, majority of our manufacturers offer us training, whether it's we pay for it or it's free, or they just volunteer to pay for it. The comfort advisor technicians volunteer to pay for it themselves.
Right.
But we're constantly doing some sort of training. So we'll go to the manufacturers, the Linuxes, Carrier, Mitsubishis, and they'll train us there at their facilities. Or actually, I think we have one upcoming. Mitsubishi's coming in. We do, if not annually or biannually, annually train on heat load calculations.
Okay.
So we are making sure that we can support this Sure Comfort guarantee. This morning we had training with April Air.
Right.
Ken came in, I'm sure he'll be on the show later,
Yeah,
but he
he
went over his new humidifier. It's a pretty cool product, so we'll be happy to share that information with the homeowners whenever it's time.
Yeah, so technical training on the products that we're putting in, one that helps match our understanding of what meets these specific needs for the customers. Not every home is the same. Not every customer is the same.
Yeah.
And to say there's a one-size-fits-all product, whether that be IAQ or air conditioning equipment, that's not the case.
Yep.
You know, there's something specific for everyone. The top three manufacturers you mentioned, and then the April Air as well. You know, there's a very diverse set of products and things that they offer.
Yeah.
All the way from variable capacity compressors all the way down to single stage compressors. There's a lot of there in the middle.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to match the right product for the application, that training is going to be critical.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And having vendor partner relationships to help us support those needs is super powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Haley, we shared a lot today. Love to have you back on another program. Maybe we dig a little deeper into the process, or talk about something completely different.
Whatever you want to do.
Knowing that you're new to the company a little bit, and truly appreciate you being here for sure. One, showing these or displaying these warranties and guarantees, and making sure that our customers know why we're different is super important. I'm glad that's one of the first things you mentioned when you got here.
Yep.
So really can't thank you enough. You know, we really appreciate you guys for watching the program or watching this. If you would comment, we need your feedback. Also, like and share the video. You know, we're always working to improve what we do. So we really appreciate you guys watching today, and look forward to watching you again. So thank you, and I really appreciate it.
All right.